Revelation 12:7. And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. What he's talking about here is a war that took place 3,600 years ago. A great war fought in the heavens or in outer space. This is in the King James Bible. It's in the Veda texts of India, Native American history, English history, Chinese history. Many science facts support this did happen. Note, John used the word was. This war took place 2,800 years before John was born. Note, John did not have any idea what a spaceship was, so he called them dragons. So understand quite clearly, the word dragon is what John used to describe some kind of ship from outer space. Certainly, he didn't know there was anything such as outer space, but he described what it looked like. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Demonic spirits are going crazy all over earth because they know the Creator is coming to cause their extinction. So the demonics plan to go to war against the Creator. This is the third war John talks about. This is why we have suicide bombers, school shootings, church shootings, police brutality, and all the other things that demonic spirits do when they take possession of a mortal's body. 12:17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with her remnant, the remnant of her seed, which kept the commandments of God, and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. What John is talking about is spaceships will attack Earth. This is what happened. This is what will happen between the second and third war. John talks about 3 different wars in Revelation. It will be a false flag attack by demonic spirits to convince people around the world that we are being attacked from outer space. This worked like a charm when Orson Welles did it in the War of the World. The goal of demonics is to convince us that anyone coming here from outer space, which is God, is the enemy going to destroy all of mankind. So the demonics want to use mortal bodies to fight against God. They take possession of the mortal bodies and they'll use them to fight against God. The same way that people go into a school and shoot children. It's a demonic position. And 911 in New York City was a false flag rehearsal, and it fooled the world. Since the 1940s, we have been fed false information about UFOs. It is preparing us for this coming global false flag. Millions of people will die around the world and will be led to believe it is an attack from outer space. There will be a cry for a one-world government. Remember Ronald Reagan's speech of the world uniting to fight against a threat from outer space? John describes this in detail, the events going on right now. But he has to use the words from his time. Revelation 13:1. And I stood upon the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon the horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. I've read this and studied it many times, and what it clearly means to me, he's describing the Statue of Liberty. If you look at the number of horns and the number of heads around the forehead, it's a very accurate description. And if you're approaching towards the Statue of Liberty from the water, it would appear as you get closer that it's actually coming up out of the ocean. Revelation 13:4. And they worshipped the dragon, and gave power unto the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? People worship the Statue of Liberty, and who would dare go against the United States of America, represented by the Statue of Liberty? He's describing that, and in his time, there was no New York City, there was no United States of America. So he's describing that something that, how could he possibly have imagined such a thing? Amazing description. Revelation 13:6. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name, and his tabernacle, and them that dwelleth in heaven. Revelation 13:11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spoke like a dragon. Isn't that amazing? He spoke like a dragon. This describes exactly what it would sound like if you were in his time and heard an outside speaker or bullhorn on a helicopter. That's exactly what it would sound like, and that's exactly how he describes it. Revelation 13:13. And he doth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth and in the sight of men. What he's describing here is very powerful weapons that shoot fire and missiles. And delivereth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. So again, a beast is probably the helicopter. Dragons are probably spaceships. Saying to them that dwelled on earth that they should make an image to the beast which had a wound by a sword and did live. When John sees something that we do not know what it is, he describes it in terms of things he is familiar with. John often uses the word sword to describe a handheld weapon. So a rifle, he would describe it as a sword, because he had no idea what a rifle might be. And he calleth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Everybody guesses at this. Remember that John did not know what a baseball hat is. How could he? A baseball cap with a patch on it could be the mark on the forehead. Ever had someone in a baseball game mark your hand with a stamp to show you paid to get in? If John saw this 1900 years ago, how would he describe it? John could not have known what an ink stamp was, could he? So what exactly was he describing? Revelation 13:17. And that no man may buy or sell, save he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Isn't this interesting? We are approaching a cashless society. Is this what John was talking about? How could he have ever imagined a cashless society or any of the things related to using computers to track money or any of this stuff. Yet he manages to describe what's going on right now in amazing detail. That's in Revelation 13:17.